So today we proceed with the next topic, which is the joint density function for the continuous random variable x and y. Okay, so in the previous lesson, you have learned how to deal with the discrete density function, how to create the joint PDF table, and also from there you know how to find the probability and to find the possible value for each x and y. And after that, find the probability for the pair of x and y. Okay. And then lastly, you can find the marginal distribution for each of x and y. Okay, so today we focus on the continuous random variable. So this is dia punya characteristic for the joint density function for continuous, which is the PDF for the joint PDF fxy should be more than 1 ataupun should be positive value. And then double integration of the joint function fxy with respect to x dan y is equal to 1. So maksudnya kat sini bila you buat double integration, once we have the PDF function fxy, we want to see ataupun we want to check whether the joint PDF that we have is a valid joint PDF or not. So we can test using these properties, which is do the double integration. Okay, integrate the PDF function. Okay, maksudnya function U akan ada in terms of X dan Y lah. Okay, integrate with respect to X dan Y. Okay, so means that here, dekat sini, here, adalah, di sini will be the limit untuk X. Di sini will be the limit untuk X. Sebab kat sini kita buat dx dulu. Okay. And then here pula, negative infinity sehingga infinity di sini adalah limit untuk Y. Kat mana nak dapatkan limit untuk X dan Y here? It depends pada interval for the PDF, joint PDF function here. Okay. So you need to flashback how to integrate, how to do the double integration, which is first of all you kena buat dulu kan, you kena buat dulu integrate this part first, which mean integrate the function of x y with respect to x sahaja. So y tu akan jadi like a constant. Okay, and then after we solve all of this, dah replace all the value of interval for x here, barulah you integrate lagi sekali with respect to y. Then it should get the value is 1. Okay. Alright. So, and then the next one, if you want to find the probability of x and y, nak cari probability involving the joint density function for continuous, kena buat double integration. Macam tadi juga kena buat double integration, but the limit here, limit A here, it depends pada nilai ataupun value of x dan y yang you nak cari tu, nilai probability. Okay, we see that example. A privately owned business operates both a drive-in facility and walk-in facility on a randomly selected day. Let x and y be the proportion of the time that the drive-in and the walk-in facility are in use. So maksudnya x adalah proportion of time that drive-in in the facility is used, and y adalah proportion of the time that the walk-in facility in use. Okay, so suppose that the joint PDF for this random variable is 2/5 multiply 2x plus 3y. Okay, the limit for x adalah 0 and 1 and the limit for y also 0 and 1. So kat sini dia punya limit sama. Kenapa di sini join? Sebab kita ada bivariable, ada dua variable kat sini x dan y. Kalau you tengok dia punya function here, function kat sini in terms of x dan y. But sometimes ada juga function, the joint function, dia punya function kat sini in terms of x sahaja, which mean y dia tu 1 lah. Okay, so as long as dia ada interval here. Alright, so sekarang dia kata verify the condition 2 tadi, of definition 3.9, which is we want to check whether this function is valid function or not. So what to do is do the double integration of the function with respect to the x dy. So dekat sini x here, okay, the limit here is depends on interval for x here. So because of the interval here adalah 0 and 1. Okay, because of the interval here is 0 and 1. So because of that, the limit here will be 0 and 1. Okay, and then kat sini pula dy, interval here will be 0 and 1, depends pada this limit. Okay, kat sini kita nampak sama because of dia punya interval sama. Okay, let's see, nanti kejap lagi kita tengok pula condition ataupun the method how to write the limit here. Okay, if your interval is not the same for x dan y. Okay, so let's see macam mana you nak buat the double integration. You have learned before this. Okay, so you need to do the integration one by one. So means here you need to do the integration of the joint function with respect to x first. So kalau you nak integrate with respect to x, so y ni akan jadi like a constant. Okay, so kat sini apa dapat kat sini 2x square over 5. Sebab you integrate x akan jadi x square kan. Okay, kenapa? Okay, alright, betul lah. 2x square over 2 sepatutnya kan. Kat sini 2 multiply. So you should get the first one will be, you akan dapat 2 over 5 x square over 2. Right? This one dia dapat sepatutnya. Okay, so betul kat sini ada 2 kat depan ni sepatutnya. Okay, 2 here. Okay, 2x square over 2. So because of that, you akan dapat 2x square divided by 5. Okay. Okay, you integratekan 2x, akan dapat 2x square over 2. Right. And then the next one, you integratekan, maksudnya kat sini, you integrate, okay, 2 over 5 buat keluar ke depan, you integratekan 3y. You integrate 3y. Okay, and here, we treat y as a constant. So maksudnya dia akan jadi 3xy. So because of that, it will be 6xy over 5. So y ni akan jadi constant. 3y ni akan jadi constant. So bila you integrate constant, you akan dapat constant multiply the variable tadi, which is the variable of x. 3yx ataupun 3xy. Bolehlah, sama je. Okay. So this is the integration that you have. And then kita replace lah dengan x. Replace x with 0 and 1. Okay, remember, replace x. Jangan replace y. Replace x sahaja. Bila you replace x you with 0 and 1 here, so you akan dapat this part, which is 2 here. X square replace dengan, x square replace dengan 1. So, you akan dapat 2 over 5. Okay, plus pula, replace pula x ni dengan 1. So, you akan dapat 6y over 5. Minus pula, you replace pula x0. All the x here with 0, you akan dapat 0. Okay, it will be minus dengan 0. So, this is the solution when we integrate the function of xy tadi with respect to x. Then we can proceed with the integration with respect to y pula. So kat sini macam biasalah, so akan jadi 2 over 5 y plus 6y square over 2 So dia akan jadi 3y square over 5. Okay, then replace 1 and 0 here. So 2 multiply 1 will be 2 over 5 plus 3 multiply 1 will be 3 over 5. And then minus dengan when we replace y here with 0, so akan dapat 0. So you will get the answer will be 1. Okay, so means that this function of xy with the two and interval x and y here is a valid PDF joint PDF function. Okay, so that is the way how to do the double integration. Okay, yang kedua, dia nak you calculate the probability of x from 0 to half and y from 1 over 4 until 1 over 2. Okay, so seems that these two interval yang kita nak cari ni berada dalam the interval here. Okay, berada dalam this interval. Okay, x from 0 to half dan y from 0.25 until half. So what to do is just integratekan the PDF function, the joint PDF function fxy tadi from 0 to half untuk x. Okay, sini untuk x dulu, dan untuk y from 1 over 4 until half. Okay, kalau you nak tukar kedudukan dy dx sama juga kat sini tadi. Kalau nak tukar kedudukan dy dengan dx pun boleh, tak ada masalah. So tapi dia punya limit kat sini will be berubah lah. Kalau kat sini buat dy, di sini will be 1 over 4, 1 over 2. Dx sini kat sini will be 0 and half. Okay. So sama juga macam tadi. First of all, you need to do the integration with respect to x first. So you will get this. Just replace 0 and half here. So bila dah solve tu, you akan dapat this part. Then solve pula untuk y. Then replace 1 over 2 dengan 1 over 4. Then you will get this value. The probability here should be positive value, cannot be negative, and cannot be more than 1 because this is the value of probability. Okay, contohnya lagi, kalau soalan nak you dapatkan probability of x, contohnya more than half and y between 3 over 4 until 1.5 contohnya. Okay, so what you need to do is, you need to do the double integration, kan, of the joint PDF sebab dia ada x dan y. Kena buat double integration of the function fxy, the joint function fxy. So tak kisah kat sini buat dx dy ataupun dy dx. So I buat dx dy. So kat sini limit here should be a limit for x. So dia nak x more than half. So maksudnya half and above. Okay, half and above. So kat sini half. Above tu sehingga mana? Sehingga mana you kena tengok dia punya limit here. Sehingga 1 sahaja. Kalau kat sini sehingga infinity, saya kena integrate sehingga infinity lah. Tapi because of here, limit for x until 1 sahaja. So you kena buat sehingga 1 sahaja di sini. Okay, untuk dy pula, limit here will be from 3 over 4 until 1.5. So that's kat sini 3 over 4 ada dalam limit. So boleh letak 3 over 4 until 1.5. Okay, so boleh tak letak 1.5 kat situ. Check balik your interval here, interval for y. Limitnya sehingga 1 sahaja. So walaupun di sini soalan tanya nak dapatkan probability of y from 3 over 4 until 1.5, tapi you kena boleh cari sehingga interval 1 sahaja because of the interval for y at the first place tadi cover from 0 until 1 only. Kalau you buat juga 1.5 here, so maybe you akan dapat probability-nya lebih dari 1. Okay, so that is the way how to determine the limit for x dan y, and then integrate macam biasa like I said before tadi just now. integrate dulu with respect to x, and then function kat dalam ni y treat as a constant, and then selesaikan untuk x dulu, baru you integrate pula with respect to y, then you akan dapat nilai probability. Okay. Okay, let's see this example. Okay lah, let's see this example. We have this function, joint function of this continuous. Kenapa I cakap continuous? Walaupun di sini tak tiada sebut this function adalah for continuous PDL. Okay, because of the interval here. Okay, dia dalam bentuk range. So, this function adalah continuous function. So, sekarang dia nak cari the value of m. So, to do this, we need to use the second condition tadi, which is the double integration of this joint function should be equal to 1. Okay, so let's see. The double integration of the function mxy with respect to x and y, should be equal to 1. So, sekarang kita nak selesaikan this double integration untuk dapatkan nilai m. Okay, so x here from 0 until half, and here from 0 until 2. Okay, so first of all, you kena integrate mxy with respect to x dulu. Okay, so y ni akan we treat as a constant. Bila constant darab dengan x, so dia akan jadi x m multiply dengan y multiply dengan x. So it will be m x square y divide by 2. Y tak berubah sebab ianya constant. Okay, integrate dulu terhadap x 0 and half, dan y ni still ada, kita tak buat apa-apa lagi. Equal to 1. Okay, then replace. Okay, then replace x with half. Okay, jangan replace y pula sebab kita tadi kita integrate terhadap x, so kena replacekan these two value in x. So we will get 1 over 2 square will get 1 over 4. So my divide dengan 8. Right? And then bila replace 0, it will be 0. So minus dengan 0 dy equal to 1. So this part kita dah selesai untuk integration with respect to x. So proceed dengan integration with respect to y. So you akan dapat my square divide dengan 16. 0 and 2 equal to 1. Then replace 2 and 0 here in y. So you akan dapat 4m divide dengan 16 equal to 1. Should be minus 0 equal to 1 sebab we replace y with a 0. So m will be 4. So we get m equal to 4. So the function here should be 4xy. Okay, so contohnya, let's say you nak dapatkan probability of x from 0 ataupun x less than 1 over 4 and y more than 1. Contohnya. So what to do is do the double integration of 4xy with respect to dx and dy. So x will be 0 until 1 over 4. Okay. Dan y 1 until 0. Sebab y more than 1. So 1 above dan limitnya adalah 2. Tadi x less than 1 over 4 maksudnya 1 over 4 and below. And below limit dia 0. Okay, so you buat macam tadilah. Do the double integration. Okay, integrate 4xy with respect to x. So, you akan dapat 4x to y divide dengan 2. 0, 1 over 4 dy. Okay, replacekan 1 over 4 in x. So, apa yang akan dapat dekat situ? 4 y divide 4 square. 4 square is 16. 16 multiply 2, 32 minus 0. And then, dapatkan this pula will be 4y square divide dengan 64. Sorry, dekat sini sepatutnya 1 kan. 1, 2. And then replacekan y here with 2 and 1. Then minus the value. Dan you akan dapat nilai probability. Ini tak mau tempat nak buat. Okay, so we try to do this. Okay, and then make sure you know how to integrate the other function like the exponential function. Yang paling complicated pun exponential function yang maybe you kena buat integration by part. Kan? But I think for this level belum lagi. Nanti you masuk MGF nanti baru ada integration by part. Okay. So that is the way how you find how you can check whether your PDF is valid or not, and then how to find the probability. Okay, next adalah the marginal. Okay, the marginal untuk joint continuous function. Okay, these two. Untuk discrete, I dah explain before this kan. Okay, untuk discrete, I dah explain before this. Once you have the PDF table, so daripada situ you boleh dapatkan marginal. Okay, untuk continuous, okay, tadi kita ada function fxy. Okay, ini dinamakan joint PDF function. So, we can extract the PDF untuk dapatkan the function for x dan the function for y. Ianya dinamakan marginal distribution for x and marginal distribution for y. So, how to get this? Okay, so you need to, untuk dapatkan marginal for x, you need to integrate the joint function fxy with respect to y. Kena integrate with respect to y. Daripada mana this limit, it depends on the interval for y. Okay, here pula marginal for y. Untuk dapatkan marginal for y, you need to integrate the joint function with respect to x. Kita balik. Ini nak dapatkan marginal x, kena integrate with respect to y. Dapatkan marginal y, kena integrate with respect to x. So, the interval here should be the interval for a variable x. Okay. So, nanti you akan dapat function in terms of x. Untuk marginal x, you akan dapat function in terms of x. Untuk marginal y, you akan dapat function in terms of y. Okay, let's see the example here. For continuous. Dia gunakan yang sama tadi. Untuk dapatkan gx, marginal of x, you kena integrate terhadap y. Okay, the interval here is 0, 1, which is the interval for Y. So, integrate terhadap Y. Integrate 2X terhadap Y. So, 2X ni akan jadi, we treat as a constant. Sebab tu dia kat sini dia akan jadi 2/5 multiply dengan 2XY. Which is will be 4XY divided dengan 5. Okay, plus 3Y here. So, integrate terhadap Y will be 3Y square divided by 2 multiply dengan 2/5. You akan dapat 6Y square divided by 10. Then, replace Y with 1 and 0. Here, replacekan Y. Sebab you integrate terhadap Y. Replace Y. So, bila replace Y, kat sini akan tinggal 4X over 5 plus 6 multiply dengan 1 plus 6 over 10. So, it will be 3/5. So, this is the marginal function untuk X. Okay, bila you buat marginal function, namanya function, you kena put the interval for X. Marginal function for X, kena put the interval for X. So, the interval for X is 0 and 1. Barulah complete you punya function. Kena ada function dan kena ada interval. Kat mana nak ambil function ni? This interval. Interval tadilah X tadi kan? 0 to 1. Okay, and the next one adalah to find the marginal of Y, you need to integrate the joint function with respect to X. Okay, so this time, Y ni yang akan jadi constant. Okay, so bila you integrate to X, so you akan dapat 2X square over 2. Sebab tu kat sini will be 1. Okay, 2X square over 2 will be 1 here. Okay, plus 3Y ni akan jadi constant. So, okay, saya buat kat sini lah. Okay, will be 2/5. Bila you integratekan 2X, dia akan dapat 2X square over 2. Plus, bila you integratekan 3Y, jadi 3XY. Dan replacekan 0 and 1 dalam tu. So, it will be 2/5 here. 2/2, 1. So, bila replacekan X square ni dengan 1, so, you akan dapat 1 kat sini. Plus, bila replacekan Y dengan X, so, you akan dapat 3Y here. And then, minus dengan 0 sebab kat sini 0. Okay, minus altogether dengan 0. Okay, so lastly, you will get this function in terms of Y. Okay, function of HY. Then, kena letakkan dia punya interval for Y. Alright, so that is the way how you find the marginal function for X and Y once we have the joint PDF function fx, y. Okay, let's see the example here. We know that the M is 4 tadi just now. And then try to do the B. B adalah untuk dapatkan marginal density function for Y. Okay, I erasekan all of this dulu kat bawah ni. Okay, so untuk dapatkan marginal for Y, you need to integrate with respect to X, right? Okay, untuk dapatkan marginal for Y, so dapatkan HY, nak buat FY pun tak ada masalah, the function. We need to integrate the PDF function, which is 4XY, with respect to X. So, the interval for X adalah from 0 until half. So, kat sini will be 0 until half. Okay, integrate terhadap y. So integrate this function, sorry, integrate terhadap x. So integrate this function terhadap x, you will get 4x square y divide dengan 2, 0 and half. So replacekan x with half and 0. So you will get 2y divide dengan 4, right? So it is y over 2. Okay, put the intervalnya adalah y is from 0 and 2. Okay, ambil just this interval. Put here. Interval untuk y. Sebab kita cari tadi marginal untuk y. So here adalah interval for y lah. Okay. Alright. So sepatutnya kat sini tadi kena minus dengan 0 lah kan. Minus dengan 0. Kenapa? When we replace y here with a 0 pula. Sorry. We replace, okay, bukan kat sini. Should be here. Should be di sini. Minus 0. Kan? Bila replacekan x here with a 0, so you akan dapat this part. Okay, bila nak dapatkan marginal untuk x pula, we integrate the same function, which is the joint PDF function with respect to y. So kat sini kena ambil interval untuk y. Then bila you integrate terhadap y, y square divide dengan 2. 0 and 2. Replacekan 0 and 2 here in y, not x. So you akan dapat 2 square will be 4. 4 multiply 2 will be 8x minus 0. Bila kita replace y dengan 0, altogether here will be 0. So the answer will be 8x. And then make sure, remember, put the interval for x. Bila ada function, kena ada interval. Okay, together with the function, alright, kena ada interval, barulah the function is complete. Okay, so this is the way how to find the marginal function when we have the joint PDF function.